that. There's that. Okay. Closing Discord at the moment. And minimizing that window. Now I know that it's gonna move this out the way probably when I start the stream, because it does that sometimes. Hopefully that's far enough. Oh yes, play! There we go. And I just realized I don't have my water near me. Oh good, I actually did move it. Alright. Grabbing my water real quick. Oh. Whew. The Ord Mantell Junkyard. Briefly mentioned in The Empire Strikes Back by Han Solo. I like that it does give you the whole list of levels. You just can't access them until later. I'm not looking forward to Mos Eisley and Beggar's Canyon. I do like Gulf Spaceport though, but let's do the Ord Mantell Junkyard. So far I've played the entire game in third person. In search of Boba Fett. A rival bounty hunter has forced Boba Fett into hiding before he could deliver his prize, the frozen Han Solo, to the vile gangster Jabba the Hutt. As Luke Skywalker and rogue mercenary Dash Rendar search for Boba Fett, a sinister new figure emerges from the underworld. This cunning and ruthless head of the powerful crime syndicate Black Sun plots to ensnare young Skywalker and replace Lord Vader at the Emperor's right hand. This is awesome. Oh shit, it's Shizor.
Your meeting with the Emperor went well as planned, Prince Shizor?
Of course. I promised 300 ships for His Majesty's construction project on Endor. I bowed and scraped to every one of Lord Vader's demands. They couldn't have found a more amenable business partner.
Or a more dangerous enemy.
You've informed Jabba's bounty hunters that Lord Vader's order to capture Luke Skywalker alive has now been changed?
Yes, and no one will know that the new order to kill Skywalker came from you.
Excellent. My hand must not be detected in this. Vader will surely suffer the Emperor's wrath when he fails to deliver Skywalker alive as promised.
This is awesome.
With both
Matthias Fox!
And the
Good to see you guys.
Dependence on Black Sun's substantial resources. There is no limit to the power.
I did not see it on the main chat window. It only showed up on the phone.
You are correct, Captain.
You really liked Avril Lavigne and Willow Smith as open air? You know, I kind of like Avril Lavigne.
Right guy, Lebo. After their nasty dogfight, Boba Fett took off to some safe port for repairs, and IG-88 limped his ship here to scavenge for spare parts. I'll bet that droid knows exactly where Fett is hiding, and that's what I'm gonna find out.
CGI shoulder pads!
Come in, Lebo. Did the scanners find IG-88's exact location?
Yes, sir. A salvage plant at the far end of the junkyard. A hover train runs through the junkyard and leads to the loading door. The door is closed, but if you reach the hover train's engine core, I can shut off the auto brake remotely and easily crash the train through the door.
Easy, you say?
Interesting. Found out something facepalm worthy? What is that? Hold on a sec. Lego sets of Boba Fett's ship don't actually name it anymore. You guess Slave 1 is too spicy. I mean, I've been aware of that for a while. I don't think it's just Lego. I think in general they've changed the name. I don't know. I don't think it's really a change worth complaining about. Whoops. Damn it! Seriously? Wow! That's 2 lives gone. Jeez, okay. Okay, at least I got one back. That was ridiculous. Suck auto-aim, bitch. Kaboom. There we go. I did... When I was younger, I had, not the Lego Slave 1, but I actually had, like, I had the Slave 1 that came with a Boba Fett figure, and I also had Outrider. I had Dash Rendar's ship, and I remember that ship was a really cool fucking toy because you could change its configuration. Hey, Robert Smith, good to have you here. Let's see. There's an acronym that has more to do with the manufacturing than the purpose of the ship. I mean, yeah, I'm sure it did. I know that, like, slave is also a computing term. No, I know. But still, it's not a meaningful change. Whoops. I generally am the kind of person to think that media should be preserved in order... Like, media in its original state should be preserved so that... You know, because things are products of their times, and I find the historical context of when a thing is made to be interesting. But Star Wars is not for film historians. It is for children. So, the decision to change something because it is potentially upsetting is more understandable in that context. I love Star Wars, but the older I get, the more I realize that Star Wars is not strictly for me anymore. It's for the kids. Always has been. Oh, shit. Damn, what the fuck? Okay. Am I gonna get this life? Nope, I'm not. Fuck that. Fuck that shit. I really wish that the chat would show up here. That's driving me nuts. For no real reason. No, there's a reason. The word is upsetting to some people. Our new album will come out this year, I promise. You'd argue that Star Wars movies, or at least the original, are a great example of a full family movie. Yeah, but full family movies are mostly targeted at children. Like, movies for kids are full family movies. If they're made well. But for a lot of people, the word slave is much more upsetting than seeing blood after someone gets a lightsaber to the arm. Like, it's probably not a change I would have made, because it wouldn't have occurred to me. But it's still one I understand, and that doesn't bother me, because it's literally the name of a ship for a minor character. Okay, that's a great roar. Fuck, I wanted to get a better look at these guys. Now that it's on PC. Okay. Like, the graphics are barely improved over the N64. Wow, what the fuck is going on with that texture? I don't remember that being purple. Alright. Well. Shit. There we go. Oh, you son of a bitch. Like, when I think of the changes made to Star Wars that really bother me, there's a few that stand out. And they bother me because they actually, like, undermine the storytelling or are especially disrespectful to artists who worked on the original versions of the films. Like, oh, here's a great fucking example. Replacing Sebastian Shaw with Hayden Christensen at the end of Return of the Jedi. Like, I don't hate Hayden Christensen, and that's not the source of my complaint. My complaint is that there was already a performance from Sebastian Shaw right there, and the man is dead. The man has been dead for a long time. His performance is a treasure. And there's already so little of it in Return of the Jedi, so to remove his performance from the film is, I think, really, really sad and shameful, even. And then there's also things that just, like, things that they added to. Like, it's not always subtractive with Star Wars. Sometimes they add things to scenes that are stupid. I think the single... I know the most the most well-known change is, having Greedo shoot first, right? And that's... This scene works much better with the voice acting, honestly. That's cool. Yeah, the most well-known change they ever made was having Greedo shoot first in the bar, which is a stupid change. But whatever, it's... I think Han shooting first is in character for Han Solo, but also Han defending himself if shot at is also in character with him.
You were correct to assume that following me would lead you to Boba Fett. But you are mistaken to believe you will claim the Rebels' reward for his location. You are outmatched.
Sounds like you got your wires crossed, IG-88.
As there is a 0% probability that you will survive this encounter, I see no risk in informing you that I have tracked my esteemed competitor to the Jar system.
Come
You will
on.
soon lose Captain Solo to me. Now I must conclude this interruption. You will detain me no further.
Okay, that's funny. There's a lot to unpack there with how stupid IG-88 is in this scene. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, the change made to Star Wars that upsets me the most is something that they added, and it's the change that they made to it's the change that they made to Return of the Jedi in the Emperor's throne room, and it's during that fight. No, it's after the fight between Luke and Vader. And, at this point... Shit. Oh my... Holy fuck! That just took me all the way to 0. Damn. You're getting the circle strafed, you fucking bitch. Come on. But yeah, it was the moment where Vader decides to turn on the Emperor, and they added this big stupid no to the scene. He's like watching his son get fried, and he's like, no. No! And he throws the Emperor over the edge. The change to that scene is the single dumbest fucking addition to Star Wars ever. It's the fucking worst. And the reason it's the fucking worst is this. When they changed the Han Solo Greedo scene, like, that was kind of a dumb decision. It took some of the bite off, and but at least they didn't ruin an already perfect scene. And that's my issue, is that the original cut of the film, Vader's silent decision to save his son and to overthrow the Emperor is a perfect scene. You can't improve on that scene. That scene is so good. Like, that's... I mean, you can say what you will about Return of the Jedi. A lot of people think it's the weakest of the 3 movies. It's my personal favorite, but there are things about it that are stupid. And some of the dialogue, like, Return of the Jedi does contain some scenes of, like, the worst dialogue in the original trilogy. I'm specifically thinking about Luke and Leia on the bridge on Endor at night in the Ewok village, and then Han Solo after that. Like, that whole scene is really wooden. And not just because they're standing on a wooden bridge, but just, like, the acting's bad. The whole quiet, internal struggle visible on Vader despite the full face hiding helmet. It's... Yeah, they just... Like, you don't need to see his face. You understand what's going on. In fact, the fact that you're not getting... one of the things that makes it so perfect is that at this point, the audience knows that the only hope Luke has is Vader. And you're sitting there watching this happen, and you're, like, screaming at Vader in your head, like, do something! Do something! Why aren't you doing something? Is there nothing that gets through to you? And the great thing is, you don't see Vader's reaction. You don't know, like... But he's having that same struggle. There's a part of him that is screaming at himself to do something. Why aren't you doing something? And then he does. And it's perfect. Like, Return of the Jedi has the best scene in all Star Wars in it, and it's that scene. That is as good as Star Wars gets. There's nothing in any Star Wars media, I think, that tops that. So they took that scene and changed it. Fucking why? Hey, what's up, rabbit? Waiting on a callback, but it sounds like you got the... Fuck, I forgot to even ask you about that. I'm sorry. In just the way he stood... Right. And just like the reflection of the lightning crackles and blasts in his mask, it's like... You know, I don't know that there's like visible details of the scene, but it's like you are seeing... You're seeing his son's suffering reflected in sparks and flashes across his own face. God, it's so good. And that very subtle chorus. And then he launches into action. Da, 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 when he finally... Oh, it's so good. So good. Man.
Before I fried his circuits, IG-88 said Boba Fett is here in the Jar system. Most likely, he's at the Imperial Moon Base on Gaul. Now that we're on the Empire's hit list, the only way in there without being blasted out of the sky is to hide the ship in Smuggler's Gorge. Then I'll have to sneak in the hard way.
Oh, so I wanted to talk
So
about the
far, so
cutscenes
good,
for a
people.
minute.
It looks like I go in on foot from here.
So the cutscenes are a mixed bag, I'm finding. Because the exterior shots and the environments... Like, okay. The exterior shots and the environments all look great. The ships look fantastic in the cutscenes. The characters don't. In the original, or not the original, the N64 version, you didn't have these fully voiced cutscenes. You had a mixture of, like, pre-rendered backgrounds with some real-time... Oh, damn. Some real-time animations of the ships. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn with the keyboard. Damn it! This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Hold on. No! Oh! But the characters really look like shit in these cutscenes. And the N64 version, you had these, like, hand-drawn images. And they're very expressive. The artwork for Dash Rendar and Han and Luke and Prince She, like, they're all very expressive. Whereas this, they all look like clay blobs. So it's, yeah, the scene, it was perfect as it was. That whole last level was incredibly N64. Yeah, it's very... Like... Playing this, I can just feel it that this game was meant as an N64 game first and foremost. I'm positive that the mouse is just simulating the joystick, especially because in the menus, just wiggling the mouse a little bit scrolls you through the entire thing. It's the same inputs, like, beat for beat. There's none of the advantages of, like, of using a mouse in this. It's not giving you any added precision, because the mouse is just trying to track a joystick. But I do like that they added the like, even though there's some things about the N64 artwork and cutscenes that's better, it's nice to have something unique to the PC version, and those the fly through of, I guess, what was that, Cloud City that we saw a couple minutes ago? I don't really remember, but that was really cool. No, it was Ord Mantell. It was a fly in to Ord Mantell before we get to the junkyard. That's what that was. Let's see. The rides with parkour were a massive thing on N64. Yeah. Yeah, so it was a launch game. I think it came out the same day as Super Mario 64. Like, I'm pretty sure that this was a day one N64 game. And so that's like two high-profile games that have a lot of sequences of riding on a block past obstacles that you have to periodically jump over. And, like, that's still a staple of 3D platformers, is that kind of thing. I think... the game where I've enjoyed a level like that the most was actually in Mirror's Edge. There's a level in Mirror's Edge where you're riding on top of a moving train. And just, like, the first-person perspective adds a lot. It really does. Another way that this game is really showing its age is the segmented models. There's no... The legs... he's not one model. He's several different pieces connected. And on some of the other models, it straight up leads to, like, air between the neck and the head. And that was pretty common practice up until I want to say like 97 and 98 was around the time that stopped being done so much. Like games from 99 look very different from games from 1998. Especially on PC. I remember Half-Life was a big deal because of its skeletal animations. And also because it's just an incredible game in many, many other ways. Who am I kidding thinking I'm gonna beat Gull Spaceport in the next 5 minutes? That's not gonna happen. That said, this is my favorite level in this game. Even though it's very long. Okay, I need to check the controls and change the perspective, because this is driving me nuts. Camera position is tab. Okay, tab. For fuck's sake. Thank you. Jeez. God damn it! Nothing but mulligans, not a single thank you, jeez. That was nuts. Oh yes, the most useless camera position, cinematic. Am I even gonna make this jump? Kinda. Oh god, it's so bad. Let's get a look at that face, though. Star Wars isn't evil. That's horrid and would give you... It's so bad! Oh, Fox, it's so bad. You can't cause any sort of impact jumping and stepping off platforms with any kind of drop, let alone getting hit without dying. Yeah, no, it's funny shit. Oh, and over the head, right! I can see the use for this in platforming. Jesus, that scared me. Okay, now I'm gonna do some... Oh, never mind! Okay! I was gonna try to bait the guy towards me, but I guess he's already done my work for me. Totally not a Wampa. You can tell, because it's tan. Where is he? Starsident Warvel, yup. Ah, shit! Didn't know Wampas came in chocolate flavor. Oh, I have 10 lives! Doing better than a cat. Out of my way. Oh, see, the auto-aim will lock onto you, even though it won't hit you. Hurry the fuck up. I don't know how much time I have before this guy catches up. You can do corners, right? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to lure him closer to the next round of stormtroopers. Alright. That's very far. Well. Yeah, there he is. Ah! Not worth it. Well, that's gotta be it for now, because I have to leave. So Fox, like the not Wampa's giant thumb spikes, yeah, they're pretty cool. Alright, folks, I will see you around. I'll be continuing... I'm gonna try to continue Metroid Prime 2 tomorrow. Because I'm so damn close to the end, I think. Like Wampas. Oh yeah, the steps. That'd be funny. Alright, Matthias, Fox, the Rabbit Dude, and Robert Smith from The Cure. And anybody else who's here. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in the future, and have a good one. See you, folks. Bye-bye.